got an invitation from China to host a brilliant new idea. I had to take some young travel-mad kids to one of the most beautiful parts of the country and put them through a load of tasks to see if any of them had got what it takes to become like me, the best travel presenter on the planet. I've been invited here to China by a top travel show TV host, Arsa. 2 presenters in one show, I don't know about that. But we're here to train up the brand new young crop of travel presenters. Here they are, looking good, looking good. Set the one on the end. We are going to explore the province of Anhui. We're going to go to the ancient villages, try all the lovely food. Ooh. And together, we're going to conquer the Yellow Mountains. Come on, kids! Come on! My host was Arsa, a famous presenter for travel show television. He'd arranged a trip through Anhui province, home to the legendary Yellow Mountain, as well as some of China's oldest traditional villages, places that have remained pretty much unchanged for over 1,000 years. I went along to meet the wannabe travel show presenters at the Great Hall in the ancient village of Hongshun. I wanted to get to know their faces and get a feel for their different personalities. Dylan had done a bit of presenting before. He had good English and a nice upbeat attitude.
Hi guys, I'm Dylan Yang from Beijing, and I really want to be a travel show host because I'm very much obsessed with traveling all around the world.
Until now, Amanda had presented a weekly business show. Nothing like travel hosting, but she sounded clever and a good communicator.
My name is Amanda Yan. I hope to be a travel show host because I have so many dreams which need to be fulfilled around the whole world.
Lindsay seemed to really know what she was doing. She had confidence and presence in front of the camera.
I'm Lindsay. I want to be a travel show TV host because I like communicate with people. I like share stories with them. I love travel. Who doesn't?
E had the least English of the group, but the camera loved him. So I wasn't surprised to hear that he was already a TV presenter in Beijing.
My name is He Yi from Beijing. I want to become a travel show host because I like feeling on the road and explore the world.
Peyton had done some presenting, but his biggest ambition was to host his own travel show. And I could feel that his personality was just bursting to get out.
I'm Peyton. I want to travel around the world, let everybody know my name. So remember me, I'm Peyton, Peyton, Peyton.
Hi, everyone. Hey! Nice to see you. Yeah. I'm Ian Wright.
Yeah.
I'm a travel presenter for 21 years, even though I don't look it. So glad that you're all here and all want to be presenters. I don't know what I can teach you, but I'll keep talking about how I got into things, and I hope that that inspires you, just as much as you will inspire me to carry on for another 20 years. First, I'm going to show you what I did 21 years ago. It was my original show reel. Come round here, have a little look. I wanted to share my very first show reel with my young students. First thing you notice on arrival is the intensity. This is me at Liverpool Street Station dropping all my bags because I knew it takes your attention straight away. Boy, is it hot here. It's a funny feeling to look back at the beginning of my presenting career. My original show reel was a comic guide to my tough neighbourhood in London. It absolutely blew my mind to get that job. But the TV bosses said they loved my fresh and spontaneous style. Local market. Me and Arsa wanted to get a good look at the wannabe presenters in action, so we took them to the market. The local specialities had nasty names and seemed even nastier close up.
The smell is no good.
Because it's gone off, that's why. Yeah. The smelly fish was unpleasant,
But if that wasn't bad enough, Arsa picked out an even stranger ingredient, hairy tofu.
That's mould, yeah?
But this is very fresh.
There's nothing fresh about that. It's gone off.
No,
I'm not smelling it. Or eat it.
Arsa had arranged for us to film a cooking sequence in one of Hongchun's oldest houses. The whole place looks like a movie set, and that's because the buildings are ancient but intact, and it's been like this for 1,000 years.
This is like the main road almost in this town, isn't it?
This is the main road? No, this is a normal road.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you have to wait so you don't fall in there.
Yeah?
We split the group in two. Filming the cooking was down to Lindsay and E, with me overseeing. Meanwhile, Arsa had plans for the others.
You cook, you learn.
So what do you do? Eat?
I watch.
Yes, that's a good job.
That's it. You're learning very quickly. I like that a lot.
As the old lady fired up the stove, I thought I'd give Lindsay some of my very own presenting tips.
Go! See, go do your work. Guys, I love it. The good thing about it is I can just send my students off to find all the information, do everything, and I can just, like, laze around and... I'm getting into this. I should have a student on every shoot. Yeah, get some more information, yeah. I'll be here having a little kip.
Meanwhile, Arsa got Amanda, Dylan and Peyton involved in some facts and history about the old merchant's house.
Here we are. It's your turn to introduce about this house, okay?
Peyton was the first to give a bite of information.
It's one of the best in China's style. And the whole means a lot of money in this house. You know?
Why money?
Yeah.
Rain means money
and wealth
and gold.
in old China.
Yeah.
Actually, the rooms here are very interesting because generally the owner of this house will sit here.
跟色哥一样。
Just like
This is the owner's place. And in the evening, they will live in the rooms on both sides. And so maybe we can get there and take a look.
Take a look. Let's go.
Back in the kitchen, the wood-burning stove was finally up to cooking temperature.
It's not a museum, is it? People live here.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
live here. The grandma we just saw, she's 85. She lives in the front in the first floor.
It's quite incredible, that.
That's amazing. But you know, still in China, still have the village. They keep the traditional way to live.
Yeah.
Even have the model things exist.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Hello.
At least the furry bits have gone off the tofu now, yeah? Slowly. Oh, who are you? Suddenly you're the chop chef, are you?
It's amazing to think that people have been cooking like this for nearly 1,000 years.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
As we served lunch to everyone, I wanted to get the students' on-the-spot reaction to the food.
It's very weird, but I'm starving.
Definitely make me think my mom. Mom, I miss you.
I love the food. It's amazing.
I grew up in China, but I've never tasted the food like this before.
This tofu, I miss my girl. It's very delicious.
That was like a dirty, smelly fish like an hour ago. Now it's turned into a beautiful delicacy. Lovely. Oof.
I felt that the students were a bit restrained in front of the camera, so we thought the best thing to do was to get them involved in an activity, something that would actually stop them thinking about the way they present and make them just a bit more natural.
Do you love candy?
I love candy. I love candy too much. Look at these teeth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so this is the right place for you.
Here.
Yes. Candy shop.
The old sweet shop is a Hongchun institution. They've been making traditional candy this way for centuries. They just use sugar, sesame seeds and two massive wooden hammers.
Let me have a taste.
Oh, it's like toffee peanut brittle. It's beautiful.
Big one. Give me this.
It's so embarrassing to see people beg like that, isn't it? Amanda, come and have a little bath.
Not easy.
You gotta get it out quick. Rubbish.
But it's broke.
Yeah, I think you broke your arm. Get out.
Just as I'd hoped, the sweet shop was the perfect bit of competition to get everyone out of their shell.
Come on, what do you mean? Oh, I am embarrassed. There you go, you've got the string. Come on, get in there.
The wannabe presenters have been playing it a little bit safe as a group, so we decided to try and force them out of their slightly formal comfort zone and be a bit more playful as individuals.
He reminds me of someone who just doesn't listen.
I've been invited to China's beautiful Anhui province by travel show TV presenter Arsa. We were visiting ancient villages around the legendary Yellow Mountain to train up a group of 5 young hopefuls who had ambitions to become travel show presenters.
This here is Honchon village, and it's been here for over 1,000 years, but it had its heyday in the Ming and Qing dynasties, but it doesn't look like it's changed one bit. I think we're going to have a lot of fun down there with them kids.
I love to sketch, and in Honchun, the beautiful old architecture and the traditional way of life is an artist's dream. As a way of working one-on-one, I thought it would be a great idea to get the wannabe presenters to do some sketching of their own. Arsa had sent Amanda, Dylan and E around to choose their own spot to sketch, and it was my job to go and find them.
It's like a mad maze. It's like someone's got a load of spaghetti or noodles, thrown it down, and that's all the roads. I'm completely lost. You seen any students?
I didn't mind getting lost, though, because Honchun is laid out in a classic Chinese style, where man-made design mimics nature. Between the amazing merchant houses and the little shops, you suddenly stumble across stunning open spaces, like the world-famous Moon Pond.
Oh, wow, see, I recognise this. This is the Moon Pond from the film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, with my friend and co-actress, Zhang Ji. Yeah, we did films together quite a lot, yeah. Look! Amanda! Hey! You've picked one of the most beautiful places, haven't you? Oh, that's nice. I like that.
It's actually my first time.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can see that you enjoy it. Yeah, but I mean, not many people use the whole page as well. You've got the building in, you've got the perspective, you've got the lake. It's lovely. I wouldn't have it on my wall, but I like it a lot.
Okay,
well
that's
done.
enough. Thank you. Thank you very much
no,
for your
really
words.
nice.
Thank
Really,
you.
really sweet. I'll see you soon, yeah? Bye. The thing is, yeah, you look for an artist, you don't find any. Then when you're not looking, like 100 come all at once.
I found Dylan and E amongst all the crowds of artists down by the pond at the entrance to the village. First up was Dylan, who really got into it and was buzzing.
Under the tree, while the several leaves falling down on my sketch, so I use it here.
It's great, that. It shows imagination as well.
Thank you.
Good.
He was a bit shy about his first attempt, but I made him show me anyway.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you what, I prefer this. See, this is more expressive. You've simplified it, and more of your personality coming through. You know, the same with presenting, I suppose. You just got to let go. Not. Sorry about that.
My heart.
Sketching had been a perfect way to get Amanda, Dylan and E to open up a bit, but Peyton and Lindsay had different issues, so I decided to work on the next scene just with them two. Honchun is very close to the Yellow Mountain, and it is the source of some of the world's finest tea. Down at the tea merchant shop, I briefed Peyton and Amanda to be as natural as possible.
So this is your scene, yeah? You're good, you're friendly, you're lively, so use all your skills.
你们好，哇，这好烫哦！外面还有中国 Chinese 功夫。
Peyton was a bundle of energy, approaching the scene at full volume.
He's good, but he's like a bit of a cartoon character, do you know what I mean?
I wanted to rein him in a bit because he didn't seem to leave much space for interaction and information.
Get up now, do an end piece and get out of there.
It's very, very hard, you know?
I told him to get out there, but now he's getting back in there. He reminds me of someone. Just doesn't listen to anything anybody says.
Then it was Lindsay's turn, and she's the one with quite a bit of presenting experience.
The tea in China, and Anhui have the 3 of that.
I think because she's done presenting before, she's sort of slightly got into a formula of it. So although it's competent and information's good, it can be a bit bland.
Lindsay was very good on camera, but she didn't really involve the tea dealer, so it felt a little too formal for my taste.
She's not engaging with them. It's all about her. Well, usually it's all about me. God, that could be me.
I love this life.
It's a bit presentery, a bit sort of BBC, boring presenter, hello. So that's all. Somehow just got to liven it up. But it's still good. Still good, yeah? Okay. So you two together, yeah? A winner.
I thought that I'd show him the way that I would do it.
Best tea in the whole of the world, yeah?
Start off with a couple of facts, then mess the process up so that the tea dealers can show me the proper way to do it.
A special skill there.
And then end on an up note. Simple, see?
Thank you very much.
Just run. Best presenters can respond to any change of plan. So when the director said that we're going to have a game of basketball, I was really up for it. Being spontaneous is always the best way for presenters to get their character across to the audience. Game kicked off, and it was great to see the new recruits get stuck in. At first we took a bit of a hammering. We decided to work as a team and give Amanda a helping hand.
Help everyone
And soon something brilliant started to happen. Our team got into the match and started playing for each other. Pretty soon, we were working really well. We ended up winning, and even better, we had a real laugh together. The countryside around the village is full of lush rice paddies, and it's a really beautiful part of the country. It is the opposite to all the urban stuff that you normally see. Arsa suggested one last scene for our student presenters, some hard work under the hot sun. I thought it was a great idea to get the city kids to put their backs into some proper farm work. And if nothing else, at least they learned where their daily rice comes from.
Dylan, where did you think rice came from?
Came from the earth.
Yeah, came from a packet, didn't it?
And like all city kids, they think that one handful of rice is a hard day's work.
We faster farmer.
We're hungry, yeah? Less yak and more cup.
After seeing the students finally sweat a bit, me and Arsa had a quick chat to see how we thought they were progressing.
So what did you think about today's contestants? How's it going?
I think it's just the beginning. I think because they're just a gathering, they don't know each other before, they are not open enough.
Yeah, it's early days, but it's interesting. Peyton. He's quite interesting because he hasn't presented before, so I like his energy.
Look so fast.
Like the other two, Amanda and Z,
Slow speed.
Slowly.
a little bit quiet at the moment, like you say, waiting to come out a bit. And Lindsay,
So easy.
she obviously shines. And Dylan's a bit quiet, so there's three that need to come out a little bit more, I feel.
because of you, you just give them some encouragement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they will be better.
Early days.
Yes.
Early days.
To push my student travel presenters to be more open and spontaneous in front of the camera, me and Arsa had to think of more good ways to test them and catch them off their guard. Training up a new generation of travel show presenters in my own unique style was always going to be a tough job. But the students were working hard and beginning to do just what I'd pushed them to do in front of camera: relax and be themselves. The next day, I decided to move to another of Anhui's ancient villages. I told each of the travel show presenter wannabes to come up with their very own introduction to a place famous for its appreciation of all things cultural. The village was Chidi.
I'm in the lovely, amazing, ancient village, Xidi.
Here is the birthplace of wisdom school of Chen Anju, but now it's become a natural art school for them.
Yes. This is the village of Anhui architecture, and this is the village of Chinese traditional culture.
Beautiful, special, and very quiet. Few times slow down.
I just want to stay in Xidi. Come on, let's relax here.
So the ancient village is a mecca for merchants, artists, calligraphers, painters and poets. It's got some of the oldest buildings in the region. Actually, I'm going to shut up, because, to be honest, they said it all. I'm just going to go and explore. Like Hongchen, Chidi is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It dates back 1,000 years and is full of incredible buildings and spaces. The rich traders who built Chidi were highly cultured people, and Arta told me that the Jinai Hall was the best place to learn all about it. All I had to do was find it. The Jinai Hall was where the village has always conducted their business. From laying down the law to marriage and funeral services, it's all gone on here. And Arsa took me to see its most prized relic, a very rare example of China's ancient art form, calligraphy.
What I want to show you is this. Beautiful. But this is original one.
Original from how long?
More than 800 years before.
That was done 800 years ago?
Yes.
You're joking me?
No, it's
Wow.
truly.
What does this character mean?
It means dutiful for your parents and
Obedience?
Yes.
Ah, right,
to
okay.
your parents.
That's
Yeah.
what that means,
Yeah.
loyalty.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
If you're not on the other side.
It's a monkey.
Yes.
I'm that sort of grey area in between. I've always loved these huge, beautiful Chinese characters. They're like bits of art in their own right. Just like that power. Whoa, beautiful, isn't they?
Thank you.
What do you mean, thank you? You didn't paint it. You can't take credit for it.
It takes years to be the perfect calligrapher. So me and Arsa sent the students to find Chidi's best teachers. We wanted them to have a laugh with it, just to see if the students had opened up enough to have some fun.
Masterpiece.
We actually have these kinds of lessons when we are in primary school.
Yeah.
So it's quite a long time ago.
Are you like good student or you bad student?
Of course, good student.
How about you?
It takes control and practice to become a great calligrapher, and of course you need concentration.
So here's mine.
Oh, what's that?
甲骨文.
Oh, really? Is it?
The socks.
How come?
Bad.
Great work, right？ 是不是写得很好？你就说实话吧。说实话。
写的都很好。Everyone's good.
Everyone's good.
大姐。
There are a lot of places to practice calligraphy in Chidi, and although the shop owners deal in the inks, the brushes and amazing inkstones, only a few are actual calligraphy masters.
But I think I find the place. I find the master.
But
yeah,
I think he need my help.
Oh,
Peyton had developed some restraint to go with his confidence, and E was good, but his lack of English made it more difficult for me to judge how well he was doing.
these words by our master. Oh, it's very, very beautiful and good, and professional.
100.
100. This words is by me.
其实应该 A 加 B.
Wow. Okay. And the last one. The last one. No. No.
A.
Just.
Why?
This is dates. Lovely.
Arthur and me moved on to the local rice wine brewery for some extra research.
Have you finished for the day?
Yeah.
No, you haven't. Get in here. Okay, this is your last lesson, yeah? You've got to know your alcohol, yeah? Because you don't want to be caught short. People will ask questions. Very important subject, yeah?
Typical rebellious students, and they thought they'd pull a fast one on their teacher. But it wasn't my first time. I didn't get to where I am by being out-drunk by a load of youngsters. That would never happen.
Bottoms up! Tell you what, the best thing about being a travel host and going all over the world is you always find the best places to stay. And this,
Yes.
Arthur just told me, it's a little gem.
Yes, this is the best accommodation of this village.
Yeah?
But the name is very, very funny. Pigs Inn.
Pigs Inn? Hello. Is this the Pigs Inn?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Pigs Inn here.
We have some guests for you.
Welcome.
Hi. No smashing the rooms up and chucking tellies out the window, you crazy rock stars. It's only joking about the telly thing. Of course they won't do that.
The Pigs Inn is the kind of well-kept secret that I never thought would exist somewhere like Chidi. It's an old farmhouse converted into a cool boutique hotel. Me and Arsa let everyone fight it out for the best rooms.
Two guys in the same
Two guys,
room.
no room?
No.
No! No!
Well, Arsa, it doesn't get better than this, really, does it?
It's quiet, huh?
Well, it wasn't quiet a minute ago. All I had... That wasn't quiet.
Hey.
Hi, kids. Yeah, I heard a bit of screaming down there. Did someone get murdered?
We're a little bit crowded.
Sometimes, as a presenter, you've got to have a little bit of luxury, you know? Because tomorrow night, you might be staying in a pigsty. Now you're in the Pigs Inn. Yeah. I'm so glad that you like it. And Arsha, fantastic choice.
谢谢.
Gambe.
Me and Arsa had a look at some of the footage to see how our presenters were progressing. After some debate about the others, in my mind, there was one person starting to stand out.
What about painting?
Painting?
Yeah.
With a glass, right?
Yeah.
He's a little bit talkative, I think.
Yeah, but
Too
that's
much.
good for a host.
Yes, but too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes you maybe lose some.
Yeah, a little bit. Over the top.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But he has a nice energy.
Yes.
You don't know what he's going to say. He's looking for something different.
Yes.
And I like that.
Yes.
Well, all I can say is at least they're excited about the place. But I think I'm going to leave them here for the night and come and get them in the morning.
I reckoned that it was time to see how my wannabe travel presenters would respond to more physical challenges. So me and Asa planned a march to the top of the Yellow Mountain, swiftly followed by some whitewater rafting on the way back down. One of the most important lessons I wanted to teach my student travel presenters was the need to take a subject by the scruff of the neck and make it fun for the audience.
So you ready? 6 o'clock in the morning, yeah? What we're doing, because as a presenter and you got to wake up early, but these kids don't know that, so we're going to give them a rude awakening, yeah?
It was a bit of a cruel trick, but an early start is all in a day's work when you're a travel show presenter. And there's nothing better than a rude awakening, and some days my job is just pure pleasure.
Wakey, wakey. Who's in there? Come on, get your lazy butt up, yeah? There's work to be done. Come on!
It's 10 o'clock, right?
Roaster, roaster! Oh! Wakey, wakey! As a TV presenter, you...
Shut it.
Oh, no. I'll see you all at breakfast, yeah? Well, maybe not.
After breakfast, we hit the road and left the villagers behind. We were on our way to one of the world's most revered natural sites, Wanshan, the Yellow Mountain. Not that any of the student presenters noticed, they were otherwise occupied. Nowadays, you take the cable car through the foothills. After a dizzying ride through the low cloud, there's still a big climb ahead.
This is Wanshan Mountain.
Huangshan.
What?
Huangshan.
Wanshan. Yellow, anyway, Yellow Mountain. It's easier, yeah? And this is the start right to the top. 5 hours. Come on, troops, come on.
Nowadays, there's steps to the summit, but there's thousands of them.
That's brilliant. Keep away from the monkeys in case they bother you, yeah?
So everybody, keep away from here.
Yeah. Hey, you heard that?
It was time for the youngsters to show their determination, even if the main challenge was coping with the huge crowds all trying to climb at the same time.
What I love about climbing mountains, it's a solitary, spiritual journey where it's just you and the mountain on its own. It's a Zen moment. Oh, he's pushing.
Near the top of the mountain?
No. Yeah, over there, yeah.
Oh.
A long way to go.
Long way to go.
The last stretch was really crowded and very steep, but some of the climbers had an easier time.
When you look back from here, that's when you know you're getting somewhere. All your legs, all the pain. Look back there and it's all worth it. Oh, jeez.
When we finally got to the summit, I left the students to soak it all up for themselves. And I wanted a bit of me time to take in the spectacular views.
Oh, I tell you what, at last, this is the only time I've had a little bit of space all to myself. It's hard to find it, but it's worth looking for. And everywhere I look, the beauty of the Yellow Mountains. Woo. Stunning.
But I couldn't stay too long, as there was still more to get done. It had been an exhausting climb, and everybody was happy to be back on terra firma. To test the presenter's stamina more, we headed to the Yellow River.
OK, chaps, listen up. It's going to be hell out there, but This time, I'm coming with you. I wouldn't ask you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. Just remember, health and safety first, and fun later. Ready, cooks?
Yes, sir!
I love it.
This stretch of the river was not the wildest I'd ever seen, but at least it would give a bit of competition to get to the rapids downstream. Overcoming your fears is a major part of the job. If you don't like water, then any kind of boat trip can be terrifying. Amanda didn't like being on the river at all, so I teamed her up with E, who was a real strong swimmer. Once we got through the short rapids, everyone was relieved, and Amanda had got much more confidence.
Did you enjoy it? You didn't look like you did.
No.
No. Amanda, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
You're such a liar! You're a liar! She hated every minute of it. Yeah, good day.
After such a big day, me and Arsa treated everybody to a trip to the spa. At the bottom of Wanshan, hot mineral-rich spring water has been bubbling through the ground for millennia.
It's hot springs, jeez.
Yes.
Yeah.
They love that, huh?
Yeah, this is perfect, this place. It looks like a Roman baths.
Oh, yeah. So nowadays, we just copy the old days lifestyle, right?
Right, so hundreds of years ago, it would look a bit like this.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
1,000 years before, the people climbing Yellow Mountain like we did, right?
The falls.
Yes, but they down here, relaxed.
Yeah.
Originally, they just drink.
They used to drink, though?
Yes. This is for drink.
No, I'm not drinking it after they've been in there.
But nowadays, nobody do that.
So there's nothing better than, like we did, climb the mountains and relax in hot springs.
You feel that?
I'm feeling it,
Okay,
yeah. This is lovely, man.
Okay.
Luxury.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whilst I've been relaxing, the students had come up with their own piece to camera about one of the country's most famous poets who loved coming to this place.
A very long time ago, back from Tang Dynasty, a very famous poet, Mr. Li Bai, met an old acquaintance here in Yellow Mountain, and then they come up with a very famous poem.
The poem is 归修白鹅里，可以三沙集。
Our last stop was Hefei, the political, economic and cultural capital of Anhui province. Together, we had one more day's work before I had to decide which one of my students was going to be the winner. After working on all the different elements of what it takes to be a travel show presenter, me and Arsa decided to send our students back to school. For the grand finale, they'd have to get some training and overcome their nerves to take part in one of China's most challenging art forms, the opera. After 10 days on the road with my 5 wannabe travel show presenters, we finally got to the capital, Hefei. I knew that I was going to have to make a decision about which one of the students would make the best presenter to work with Arsa at Travel Show TV.
I can't believe it. It's the end of the week. Where did the time go? I've made no decision. I've got no idea who's going to be the best travel host. And that's why I brought them here to Anhui Art School, because in there they train people up to do that like famous traditional opera, so it's movement, dance, singing. So this really is the last chance for someone to shine.
Anhui is famous for its musical traditions, and the students here learn Wang Mei opera, which is a rich mix of folk and traditional performance styles. As a final task, this would test everything the presenters had achieved over the past 10 days. And above all, it would be about their ability to show what I'd taught them about combining professionalism with spontaneity.
The two teachers now is showing us cooperate with each other. So difficult.
I was happy to see them jump in at the deep end, having a go at every discipline.
One step is singing, two step is speaking and moving, and the last one is fighting, like kung fu, yeah.
A lot of the classic opera is two-handed, so I divided the group into pairs. E and Lindsay were together, and so were Dylan and Amanda. But that left one person on their own, Peyton.
A cup, but I'm alone. Where's my girl?
And best of all, the boys had to play the role of the girls, and the girls had to act as boys.
It's difficult for boys to behave like girls. This is kind of tradition in China, especially in opera.
I was so happy to see all the students dive straight in and get on with it.
So how do you think your new amazing students are getting on?
They all learn very quickly, but one is doing better than the others.
Me and Arsa headed to the Opera House so we could get a look at some of the professional performers who really showed off the Anhui style. Backstage, the students were getting prepared for the big show. It had hit them that this was their last task, and also the last time they'd all be together.
It's just 10 days. It's make me think like we've been together with each other for months. It's really a special experience. Everything is big thing.
I made some good friends and learned a lot of things. I think it's very important thing to us.
I think I gained a lot from this show, from this journey, and I really hope that, well, no matter who wins, it's great to enjoy this journey, yeah.
Maybe I'm not the best among all our contestants here, but I think I become quite different from the person that I was before.
I'm very happy Ian and the 5 people together working. I will be miss everyone, yeah.
The audience had arrived and the whole theatre was preparing for the final performance. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very special treat for you all. The famous 5 travel presenters like you've never seen them before. So, without further ado, let the play begin. Thank you. Lindsay and E were first up, and their professional skills leapt out. Lindsay was relaxed, with no pressure to do it in English. E was a real crowd pleaser. Next up was Dylan and Amanda, the quietest pair of the group. But this time, they had a surprise.
Your check it out， 树上的鸟儿成双对，
露水青山带笑颜。
一手遮下花一朵。我说 yeah， 你说 no，You're right no，You're no。
I couldn't quite believe it, but they did great. Finally, it was down to Peyton.
To be or not to be.
Who had the toughest job of all, a solo duet. But Peyton, being Peyton, took it as an opportunity to shine in both roles. He'd taken the boy-girl swap to the extreme. All the student presenters did brilliantly because they'd entered into the spirit of the opera. And I know how much I'd helped them to show their personalities and really enjoy being themselves in front of the camera.
Fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed the whole week. I've learnt something from you, so I hope you've learnt something from me. I just have to say, Amanda, I think if we had another week, it would be quite special, yeah? E, I love your energy. Your mad energy is fantastic. And Dylan, I love your cheeky smile. And as the week gets on, you get cheekier and cheekier, yeah? And it's fantastic, yeah? Lindsay, perfect. I would say now, just perfect. Everything you do is so brilliant and you encompass everything. But I've got to say, Peyton, you've impressed me. You have everything. It's just those little mad little extras that I absolutely adore. So I think that I'm choosing this as your man for the presenter. There you go. Arthur, thank you so much.
When Arthur invited me to go on a journey to find a new travel presenter to work with, I never thought that it would turn out like this. You can only do this job if you're interested in the world around you and pushing your own boundaries. I'm proud to say that all the students put so much into our 10 days together, sharing their fascination with their culture and with the people we met on the way.